I'm on the Design Home app once again, and I have a lot more scores that have come in based on my designs. So I'm just about to do a rundown of some of them. I won't be able to do all the new ones because I've been very busy designing quite a lot of rooms. I think I'm rather addicted to this app. So I'll just do a handful or a few more than a handful. Before I do that, you may notice, if you've seen any of my previous videos, that my general score has gone up. So top left corner of the screen beside the star is 4.46. My previous design score prior to today was 4.35, so it's gone up quite a bit, and that's because I've had some very good scores come in recently. No fives, I've only had 1 5 since starting this game a few weeks ago. I'm still waiting for my next 5. It hasn't happened yet, but I think it's on the horizon. My inventory is building up quite well. So that's quite good, and I'm very pleased. It's quite nice to check your inbox and find brand new challenge results which are scoring above, say, 4.6. So this is a continuation of the scores video that I did previously, and I'm now on this room, Tel Aviv Sunsets. This is a well-chosen rug, I believe. It coordinates really well with the sky and the sunset, hence a fairly decent score of 4.43. You could probably hear the thunder. There's a storm brewing outside. So this looks pleasant for that reason. I went with brown and cream furniture. I don't think I would use this brown furniture elsewhere. So I was glad for an opportunity to use it, and it fits in really well in this outdoor space. 4.43, not too bad. I like this room quite a lot. It's a bit of a black and white with a touch of green, or a swirl of green I should call it, given that the carpet has this lovely circular green design. I think I matched it quite well with the black items around it and the black art on the walls, which go quite well with the black fan on the ceiling. I've got my favourite plant in the corner, my bridal plant as I call it, and I think it fits in quite well. The next room, Bangkok Cruising, 4.63. I was hoping this would score higher. I was expecting more like a 4.8 and above on this one. It just looks really well coordinated, bright. The art on the walls looks really good. But it was not to be. 4.63 is still decent though. This is another lovely room, although it's more wall than actual furnishing. But that's another room design, and that's the beauty of this app. It's got various perspectives on a room. Weekend Traditions scored 4.58. I like the combination of yellow and blue that I've done. I like that I've been able to combine the white chairs with the blue sofa and all the accessories around it. So it's still bright, and 4.58 is not a bad score. Quebec Grandeur, 4.07. That's a disappointing score. I think I was penalised for having 2 mismatched footstools right up front in this room, which I think spoiled it. I did agonise over whether I should spend money to buy another footstool so we can have 2 matching footstools, but I thought, what the heck, let's just run with it, see what happens. And 4.07, that might not be the only reason. I'm not, I was probably up against strong opponents, but at least it's above a 4 and I still got a prize. This is an outdoor space which again uses the blue and yellow combination, which I like so much. The chairs look good, everything looks fresh. The wall art, I like those silver, should I call them vessels, vases, and it goes quite well. All the blue goes quite well with the blue shutters. So it's a good outdoor space. 4.35 is an okay score. Yeah, can't ask for too much more. It's a nice one. I was quite surprised by this score. Monte Carlo Classics scored a 4.85, which is a fairly high score. It's deserving. When I look at it, the colours are really rich, yet minimalist. It's a good rug that complements everything nicely. So it's a combination of gold and curry, I think, are the colours I would describe in this room. So well deserved, good chandelier to go with everything. 4.85, I was very pleased. This is another one which I started out intending to be a black and white room, a classic style, and then I decided to inject some green in there to sort of complement the greenery outside through the window. I think it all came together really well, and I think 4.32 is a little low. I would have thought this would be at least a 4.6, but I don't decide the scores. Main Marvelous, 4.21. It's okay, it's not a spectacular room, there's nothing particularly distinctive about it. Coordinates well. I didn't go with what appeared to be a potential blue theme. I rather went with browns and a little bit of grey/blue. It's okay, and 4.2 I think is fair. Now this happens to be one of my favorite rooms. I think it's really lovely. The rug in particular. I think that the fading effect of the orange is quite strong. I think it was bold of me to match the orange rug against the pink footstools, against the purple chairs, against the grey sofa, but it all seems to come together rather well. The coffee tables and the center table go quite well together. Overall, I think this deserved a 4.5. I don't think 4.12 was fair, but it's all determined by the votes. 4.35. This is another one that I was hoping would score a little bit higher. There's a glass table in the middle. You can see the design of the rug through it. Otherwise, it's all about golds, creams, and yellow/orange. Good combination of colors, I think. 4.35 is not a terrible score, but I thought this would score a bit higher. Now this room, Kota Terrific. I cannot believe this scored 4.89. That's such a high score for what was a deliberately mismatched bunch of chairs around the dining table. Every single chair is different, and the pictures are all random. The positioning is okay. The choice of rug, I think, is perfect, and the floor decor and the plant are great. But how this managed to score 4.89, I don't know. That said, it's not a bad looking room, and I should take the credit as a well-deserved score. I was very pleasantly surprised to see the score for this room. A Marvelous Perfumery. This is from the Notes of Luxury series, 4.26. This is one of those rooms that they present to you and there's already quite a lot going on. So obviously all those staircases were there even prior to starting with the decoration. I decided to go with green and cream. It works well. 4.26 is okay. I've seen some really amazing designs for this particular room, so I think 4.26 was good. 4.33 for Regal Elegance. The difference between this and most of the high scoring designs for this particular room is that I've used fairly small furniture. When I look at some others, their chairs are bigger, so there's more of an impact. The decoration has more of an impact on the room, and I think that's what let me down here. That said, it's a beautiful room. I wouldn't mind having a room like this in real life, to be honest. And 4.33, it's above a 4. It's decent. I'll do a couple more. Again, I've brought the yellow and black theme here, and it looks really good to me. I think the wall art complements the rug, and the plants are a good choice. The chairs look all right, and then there's nothing wrong with this room. It actually looks quite pleasant, and it's a little wow, not a lot, but a little. So I was hoping for a slightly higher score, but I like this room quite a lot. And I will finish on this room, the Touring Manhattan, 4.78, which is a really good score, and deservedly so. I love the red with the gold. I think gold and red go quite well together. The center table art is good. The wall art behind the bed is a particularly smart choice, because it's light enough that you can still see the design of the bed frame, but it's deep enough that it makes an impact on the room, and it goes really well with the rug. So this is a really well put together room with great colors and good impact. 4.78 I think is deserving. And I will have to continue in a separate video because there's plenty more, and there are some really, really good and fairly high scores to come within this collection. And that is where I will stop at this point. Thank you.